What up, YouTube? This is me. I'm back again. Smooth Vibes. I decided to do a video today about, I don't know how you would say it, but eye for eye actions, how we let someone else's actions change ours. Now, I've been guilty of it also, and I'm sure along with many of you others. You start off with a good day, or you just a naturally polite, helpful person, or you just like to see other people do good or be supportive. And when your actions are met with something other than what you give, you tend to, most of us tend to change our actions. Like, if you're not gonna be polite, I'm not gonna be polite. Or when you give 120% and someone next to you is giving 10, sometimes that changes yours, or you let them push you to change yours. I remember when I first started the job I'm at now, and I started as an operator, and that, I always give 110 no matter what job I have. And so you teach me, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, regardless of it making me tired or whatever. That's all I really know, is to give my best. So after I learned it, and they kept the person with me, training me all day, it's like, it was a 2-second thing. It's like, put the part on the fixture and cycle the machine with hitting the green button. It wasn't really, rocket scientist or anything. So I did it. I got the hang of it. I knew what I was supposed to do when it got taken out. The bird, put it on the line and keep going. Apparently I was going too fast, and my trainer told me, you slow down, because then that's going to raise their expectations of us. I don't know how to do that, and I'm not doing my best to hurt somebody else. I'm doing my best because this is how I was raised. This is what I was bred to do. My mother and father have always been workers. My father retired a couple years ago, but he always held a job. Post office, IRS. When he retired from Ford. He always did something. And my mother, growing up, always held a job. And 2, if necessary, she used to teach. And she held a job where she was in the HR department. She's now director of HR, about 2-3 years out from her retiring. And they've always instilled a work ethic in me, and to be polite in me. So if I, be it a man, woman, child, whoever, if I see somebody coming, I'm going to hold the door open. That's just how I am. If I see somebody need help, I'm going to help. That's just how I am. But it is a lot of people who focus on themselves in life that's not about helping. They'll see like an older person coming to the door or something, but they're focused on, it's about me and I need to get to my destination. I don't have time to be polite and open this door or help this person out or go that extra mile. And I don't understand it, but I know it exists. But it's a form of negative energy to me, where you only focus around yourself. It is not positive energy. So I tend to not focus on that. When I'm at work and me being a team lead and stuff, you work, you get to see the childish side of adults. They come in behind some people that might miss or choose not to do what they're supposed to do, just because that's how they are, that's how they were raised. And so they come in, well, if they didn't do it, I'm not going to do it either. It don't matter what they did. What they do will be addressed, and I address it, and I tell my supervisor, and I address it how I can. I can't force nobody's hand, because we're all grown. And I let him know what was lacking once we came in. But for somebody to say, well, they didn't do it, so I'm not going to do it, that sounds like the actions of a child. That sounds like my son when he was 6. Well, I saw them do it, so I'm going to do it too. You don't do that. That's not the right way. Why would you follow suit with somebody else? Why would you mimic somebody else's actions? I don't get it, because those actions those people in a box that you might not see. They might come and they might have a smile on their face and joke and laughing, but those actions are actions that carry within their out of work life or their out of your friendship life, as to where it's going to affect them. If you live in that mentality where you mimicking somebody else, you saying, well, if this is what they do, I'm going to do. If they're not going to be polite, I'm not going to be polite. You're mimicking what they're going to get back, because you get back what you put out. And if you're putting out nothing but negativity, that's what you're going to get back. And we all need somebody at one point or another. We all need help. None of us have gone through life and had everything perfect always. We've all gotten some help, be it from our family, a friend, stranger, whatever. But if all you hold is negative energy, nobody's going to want to go that extra mile for you. It's people at my job that have positions in which they have a little power. They sit in the front office, and instead of being helpful, going that extra mile to help someone, they're for themselves or doing a minimal job that they can to keep their position. And so when their head gets on the chopping block, nobody will ever want to step up and say, well, this is a good person, well, this and that, and put their head on the line for them. And it's because of what they put out. When I got there 5 years ago, my HR department, I had a major surgery that I had. And we had short-term disability. My HR department just gave me a form to fill out for my doctor, and they handled the in-between with the company that they hold our coverage with. They didn't make me go through that. They handled the in-between. They made a call, and I got paid when I was off. I know people at work that's recently got into situations or accidents or whatever where it was a situation where they qualified for short-term disability, and the HR didn't want to help them, didn't want to go that extra mile. They did the minimum. They handed them a phone number and said, here, this is the name of the company, call them, and they'll get you straightened out. They didn't try to be that in-between person and go that extra mile. And so, you know, a lot of those HR people are not there right now, because as quick as you can blink is as quick as management change. And when fresh management comes in that didn't bring you in, and all you have is a negative attitude, and you don't want to do your job or step up and go a little bit beyond that, you get back what you put out. So you put out that negativity, that's what you got back, and it cost you your job because of the position you're in. People who walk by and don't speak as though you're less than, just can't give a quick hi. At the end of the day, hand it what you give out. And so just try to be positive and helpful and polite. Don't let somebody else's energy affect yours. If you're a good person, you know you're a good person. If you're a hard worker, you know you're a hard worker. So don't let that be shaken. Don't let someone, and then people, when you're a good person, people always try to take you down a notch because they happy and they this and they that. And, you know, I'm really not going home. I can pretend it here, but in my outside life, I'm not happy. So I'm going to take them down a notch. I'm going to speak negative on their name, or I'm going to speak negative to them. Let them speak. Let them speak. Remember that I told you that you're great, that you work hard and you're worth it, and everything positive that comes your way is what you deserve, and turn every negative into a positive. Find the silver lining in each thing that you go through. And that's what I try to do, because I know it's not all going to be positive, but turn that negative into something positive. And even if that negative holds some weight, even if what somebody says to you holds some weight, like at my job, I get angry and stuff, and my supervisor will say, well, you getting too mad, calm down, sit, take a breather, I'm here to assist you, I got your back. It's pointing out my negative, but I'm going to turn it into a positive, because I know it's something I do, so I'm working on it. And I use the techniques to try to keep my cool, and especially being in a position where I have to deal with people constantly on a daily basis. And at times, it might be different people. It's a factory, so people come and go. So it's something that I'm working on, even though it is a negative behavior. It was pointed out to me, and it's true. and I turn that negative and make it into a positive and work on it and put it forth in my everyday life, in every situation I go through, out with my family or out in public. I hold on to those techniques and try not to let someone else's actions take me to that negative point that I'm talking about, the negative positive point. And so just stay positive and keep your head up and know that it is energy out here meant to bring you down. Stay with the good energy and keep it moving. I just want to have a little conversation. I made 2 poems about it, maybe an eye for an eye. In the poem talking about anger, I've been in a couple situations where I've dealt with some angry people and I had to shake it off or get put in even worse situations where the consequences of me reacting to it could have caused me a lot of positive things in my life. And so that I just wanted to have a conversation about that. If you can leave a comment about how you feel about getting back what you put out, and maybe a situation where you dealt with somebody giving you negative energy. Go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.